Peace to you all. Shalom. Welcome in. Welcome back. If you are upright and you are returning back and you're not some troll on this channel, I appreciate you all. I need your prayers every day. And I also lift you guys up as well, all over the world, who are going through some unruly things. Most High God, He speaks here if you are new. And He's very profound. And yesterday was a very heavy, energetic day for me. I feel energy, and I will just blast right through that energy. And so you might want to brace yourself. Audio discretion advised if you have little ones around, children and stuff like that, because some big information is revealed by the hand of the Most High God. He still speaks today. He never changes. He is the same today as He was yesterday, and he forevermore will be the same. And so, anyway, I only care what the Most High God has to say. Nothing else matters to me. Nothing. So anyway, He's my all in all, and people are being hurt even by leadership all over the world, and God really directed His anger towards them yesterday when I was reading on this platform. And so Jehovah is the one who sees from the heavenly realm what's going on with people, and He's going to address them. He's going to smash them to the ground. This is a judgment channel against wicked energies. And folks, if you want to be in that crazy type of a mode, you just go on right ahead. You're going to lose your soul to the pit of hell. People don't care. It's just crazy to me. It really is just crazy to me to see people not care and be infested with demonic entities, all because of their pride, all because they made a mistake and won't make something right. It's crazy to me. Jehovah, I just thank You for this day and for Your people, my brothers and sisters all over the world that have suffered enough at the hand of wicked leadership, wicked people all over the world that has abused their power. Jehovah, You are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and nothing by no means is going to get past You without a judgment and righteous justice to it. It will occur. And I just thank You that You are our shield and our buckler. Whom shall we fear? Whom shall we be afraid? You are the light of our salvation. What do You want to bring out here, Jehovah? I lift up Your name. Your name alone shall be praised on my lips, Jehovah. What's going on today? So we have the Three of Wands. And this came out sideways. And the Queen of Wands. These came out like this. And so it's all fiery here. It's real fiery here. Something very fast. Now we have ditchy whore energy come out all the time here that God addresses, because it's all over the world, because it's been written so that the whore who set, because she's a whore in the reverse, and shows us in the upright people that are going to get up and take some action against this warlike energy. God said yesterday people were jumping in bed with everybody, and there were diseases everywhere, and it's plagues. It's plagues coming on people. Just they can't control themselves. They're just burnt up with fire here, and God's going to give them a little taste of that fire, and because they're God's enemy. And it is fire here, and the whore is going to burn. And at the end, we know that people are going to turn on the whore and burn her flesh and eat her. Okay? Is what God says. There is some type of messaging here, maybe even secretly. Somebody could be hanging in the balance with messages today on trading something. And somebody is trying to manifest their ideas. And if you're upright in this, may God be with you. There's a war going on, and you're either on one side of it or the other, folks. You're either going to prove what you are in this earth. You're either on one side or the other of it. I don't care if you wear a title or not. What are you, folks? Because God brought out profane leadership last night when I was reading. And He's also brought out upright leadership. I don't know where they are here where I live. I'm appalled by it. But you and I will stand up in a leadership position far above this realm if we stand with the Jehovah, because he says so. His children are here to know judgment and to bring it into the earth for uprightness, because he's getting rid of every wicked individual. And so, whatever you're doing, if you are upright, you'll do what's right. Somebody just, this is apathy. People don't care that the hand of God is here trying to hand something, and that's why you're screwed. You're screwed there. Somebody's mad because they've been rejected, or I don't care, God, I'd rather be in my little feelings down here. You go ahead and be in your little feelings, ditch. All you ditchy people, you get nowhere with that. Boy, this indignation is here again, because God is mad at people not giving a rip about your eternal life when you leave this realm. My God, I spoke last night before I was reading, I talked about how I was watching those short videos, and I captured another video. I was able to see another video, kind of similar to another one that I seen, where this baby was laying in this crib sleeping, and they just had the night camera to watch their baby in the nighttime. And the first one, the cat's laying by the baby, and all of a sudden that cat just gets up out of nowhere and begins to just fight. And you could tell it was fighting in the spirit realm. Again, it saw, because animals can see. I had a dog one time, I was walking, and all of a sudden she just stopped, and she just she looked up like somebody was there. I was like, come on. And she just began to bark. And because animals are very sensitive to that, and some people in the earth are as well, and I've seen in the spirit realm. And so the second one that I seen, the baby is laying in the crib. You don't see the cat anywhere in the crib. It must have been out of the frame. But there's this doll was sitting by this mirror. And the video had stated that mirrors are gateways for spiritual things to get in. And this doll was just sitting there. All of a sudden, that doll just stood up, and the camera captured it. And that cat was right on that doll. And you got people messing in that realm, and they know that that spiritual realm is real. And the Most High, he is spirit, and those spirits are connected to the fallen entities that rebelled against God, that have a damnation and a judgment. And people saying, I don't care about God, but you want to mess with demons? I told how I sat at the bus stop one day, and this stupid kook lady was talking to this guy saying, well, you can borrow my demon. It can come inside you and go do whatever it needs to do. You get into some house or whatever she was saying. I thought, oh my God, this craziness in the earth realm, folks. A bunch of kooks in the earth realm. And it's time for you and I to wake up and do what's right. And because if you don't, there's the devil right there. It's freaking kook himself. Jehovah rebuke you, Satan. And all he cares about is taking you to hell with him and chaining you up and never letting you out, because he don't give a rip about you. And people think that, I'm going to get powerful. You ain't powerful for crap. You're burning in hell. Stupidness for you to sit there like this and not give a rip about nothing. You're full of demons, folks. You're full of demons. Four of Pentacles. This is the greed, is the root of evil, and there's stubbornness and rebellion here with this nonsense, with the Four Swords or Four Pentacles out here. All right. Well, anyway, this card in the reverse of its energy is a maladministration, and God already said that it was here. The maladministration. And my God's going to punch you down to the ground. There's going to be many, many plagues this year. Many, many plagues. And they've already started their sexual plagues, because of the whore that sets on many nations and tongues and tribes and people. You go ahead and sit there in your stupidness. You're already damned to hell. Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands is coming out as well. Okay, we have kings and queens. There's two queens out here and a king. Show me why these people are here, please. Okay, I'm taking all of them, I guess. We have the Queen of Wands came out in the upright, and we also have the Queen of Wands in the reverse, because it is showing what's going on here. Okay, we got groups of people here. This came out again with the Four Cups. Okay, again, Four Cups. It's in the reverse. Somebody is like, they don't give a rip. They're stubborn. Somebody's freaking stupid and stubborn, you're going to hell. They're a fool. They work for the law. The word law came out in the pictograph. Again, because God said they were corrupt. We have a leadership here, okay? And this is, so the fool in the reverse is angry. God said there was a war, and God is a God of war, and God's going to take you out. You have no chance to be in the earth unless you go show up upright. I didn't say it. God said it. And he ain't a liar. And this, so whatever's going on today with these Three of Wands are here again out of 2 decks. Got people involved in some nonsense out here. Business deals trying to go on, or you need to sit here and not open up, and you need to reject some fool. If you don't, folks, your businesses are going to go under. There's bosses out here. We had co-worker stuff the other day. Anyway, the fool returns to eat some vomit, is what God says. Somebody's a vomit eater out here. Nasty. You're going to eat some plagues like you've never ate before. So there is gossipy communication. It came out in the reverse. Okay, it fell on that 8 of Wands that's in the crossing here with communication. Okay, and so this could be an older people card. It could be anybody. It's also maybe things on the internet being spoken about as well, or something about nighttime travel and communication is attached to some stuff with this Emperor. Somebody in great big leadership is out here. There are choices to be made. It's called life or death, heaven or hell. What else is in the hidden space? You got these people out here talking in the hidden space. You better order your speech right. Yeah, they're karmic people. Jumped over here on this fool and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's a stupid karmic ditch. The ditch is here. The ditch is here. The pathway in the reverse. They're not on the right path. And here comes the Emperor again. Now he's in the reverse this time. Because you've got upright and wicked people fighting in a war. Because it can only go 2 ways. You either on the righteous side or you're on the wicked side. It's showing us both sides of people and what we're fighting against. We're fighting against wicked, demonic things in high places. And people that have already lost their soul. This person thinks they're all that in a bag of chips and I'm so sexy. You're so sexy, you got yourself to hell. You ain't that sexy. Stupid ditch. So the Emperor comes out in the reverse. They're in the hidden space. I already know the enemy's here. I'm not moved by you. You're foul. You've done something wicked to me and my family and you're going to pay for it. My God in heaven's going to make sure you pay for it. The Lovers in the reverse. There's again, this is also a health card. Making choices out here. Somebody's standing at a crossroad here. And they've got diseases. You're going to die with it. Yeah, bad health in the reverse. Bad. This, you ain't coming out of this. If you had a question, this is the yes card. It's a no. You need to tell somebody no. You need to reject some ditch out here. Or don't. It's your choice. You've got free will. Okay. The maze. That takes us, and we talked about this card in another language, the 2 letters that make the phonics of the maze goes to burning. All this burning is out here, and God's going to burn you. On the other direction of that, it's a heinous plot, and it's coupled up with the tarot that goes to your genitals. It's sexual nonsense out here. It's a sexual plot out here. And the spirit. It's either the spirit of the living God or you are serving the devil, and it's very carnal energy with the devil, and yet it's very spiritual. It's fallen. So I don't know what your spirit is like. And either your tree is good or it is bad. The tree is here. You're either a tree of righteousness or you're not. And if you are, you and I are trees of righteousness, we won't be moved. Jehovah will not suffer our foot to be taken. We are eternally with him. And we are in the palm of his hand, and nobody can pluck us out. I don't care what these fools think. They already know they're screwed. Even demons fear God. It is their time for judgment. There is no hope for these fools. running their businesses, running their nations, their counties, their states, and what their households the way that they freaking do. There's no profit in it. All they do is increase the transgression among men. That's all they're doing. Well, I don't have no hope, so I might as well just go out here and just lay down and pull my britches down for everybody. And that's why they're going to burn the whore. Any part of any of that whoredom energy, you will be burned. No, if your tree is good, Mashiach said you can't bring forth bad fruit. Even if you fall down, you'll get up. You'll be righteous. You'll just keep striving. God, get me to this. Get me to, and God's able to keep us from falling. But you got people that'll give rip. They're in mischief. So the star jumped on this little ditch that sold her soul to the devil. You ain't no freaking star, you stupid piece of nutcase. This is somebody set somewhere. Again, she jumped out and the official person is in the reverse on her. And so this person's known somewhere. And it is an older person, because this is also an older person card talking to other people. Can represent that with the owls. Or this is a teacher that's known and an official person. Somebody, whoever it is, or somebody is in stardom for other cases. Whoever it is, this official person is known. Okay, they think they're some big shot because I'm known. Oh, really? we don't people who love God, we don't idolize nobody in this realm. You're not to be idolized. You are set on a stage to perform righteousness. That's it. And your honor comes from that by giving the honor to the Father. That's it. Not, hey, look at me, because somebody bragged about themselves yesterday. This person probably brags about themselves. Oh, I'm so sexy. You're stupid. You produce things that are wicked out here off of other people's work. We already know that to be the truth. The tension and the stress and migraines and worries and stuff like that must be real bad. It came out in the reverse. Okay, or somebody's going to get out of it and cut these ties. You need to cut ties. Somebody needs to say no to somebody and reject to somebody, because you're going to get infested with some sex disease out here. If this person is old or older, then they probably send out the ditches because they can't do it no more. Okay, they're probably all wrinkled up somewhere. I don't know. But somebody could also send out the ditches. Take this message and go, do what I need you to do and offer the sex and all that kind of stuff and whatever it is. But this person has got a bad disease out here, and they have increased the transgression among men, like the scripture says. They want to hang on to this money out here in their greed. Can't have it, because all the silver and the gold belongs to Yehovah. Most I said you got 24 hours to do what you're supposed to do to make something right. There is a judgment on you if you don't. So I'm talking to any peoples that are not in uprightness, and you've got your soul still. You only got 24 hours to do what's right, and then judgment is on you, and that's it with God. It's hanging in the balance of where you're going, what you're going to say. God said yesterday to go and help your family and to restore things. Those of you who need to restore some things with your family, if you're not going to do it, you're being judged in it. And you won't be able to turn back once God shuts that door on you, because the Emperor energy represents a door in the pictograph language. Something about overseas and accounts being exposed that have been hidden. A false balance is an abomination to Yehovah, but a just weight is his delight. The scales are uneven out here. Something's happened. This is past energy, and somebody got raped out here, or gangbanged, or whatever the crap has taken place. God's going to even out these scales with or without your approval. If you don't cut ties to things that you should cut ties to. Something's crazy out here. It says, he that follows after righteousness and mercy finds life and righteousness and honor. You ain't honored in pulling your britches down being a whore. It says that there is a way that seems right unto a man, but the end is death. You got 24 hours to do something out here, or your end is death out here. Again, those two doors were there. We just seen them. You choose to live or you choose to die. You burn this ditch that's behind the scenes doing some stuff, or you can just go ahead and God's just going to burn everybody anyway in the end. That's already faded on this energy. Prove what you are. A vice and a moral fault. On that ditch. Keeps jumping over on that ditch. They're nothing. Secrets. Mosai says he's going to get the last say, not the ditch. Look, they want to hold on to all this wealth, but all the silver and the gold, it belongs to Jehovah. It don't belong to the ditch. It don't belong to Satan. It don't belong to no one but Jehovah. Something at a bar. Oh, hey, Robin. I'll just call your freaking name out. This person emailed me several years ago and blasphemed my God on that email and literally took the name of God and blasphemed it. And I was like, oh my God, when I read the email. This ditch will be burned. Okay? At a bar. And there is hating because we hate this kind of nonsense. That person has no hope. And somebody's mixed up with this ditch. To perceive something and the ability to see beyond what is seen in the physical present realm as the light pierces through the darkness beyond the normal experience. It comes by Jehovah. Jehovah is the light. Jehovah is the light. The letter D is out here twice, and the letter D twice can represent a demon. Okay? That it's a word, and it can go to a demon. It also can go to somebody's breast, and somebody may have big breasts as well. But the person probably uses that for their own sexual desires. Cray cray. What else, Jehovah, do you want to say? We have the letter T. This is the sword. Somebody's married out here. God will send the sword out if you're in adultery. Because it's an adulterous generation. It's a fornicating generation. The sword's coming. And God says when a land grievously sins before him, he will kill man and beast. There's death out here. You got 24 hours to do something. God says something's abominable. The scales are uneven. And there's a vice and a moral fault on somebody. And people just keep on giving into the ditch. If you don't cut these ties, God's going to cut some people to smithereens on some nonsense out here. This is also representing a nation. The United States of a nation is also considered as a feminine energy. Lady Liberty. You don't have no liberty to be wicked and take souls to hell with you. The T is out here. This is malice and hatefulness. It's out here. Yeah, you're right. We hate this stuff and we're not going to tolerate it. And then we have a work rune and hitting rock bottom, but also having a rebound, depending on what you do. You got 24 hours to make something right. Okay? This is the V, the W, and the letter P. Okay? Oh, we got the TIPS hotline out here, the T and the P. Or is it Perkins Tryon, the PT? Or is it the PET? It's the PET. Because God said they did bestiality. That's why there's sex diseases everywhere at this ditch. It's the organization, the Masons. And if people don't get up and get rid of that organization out of your country, you can die with it. They are God's enemy. They are. This is what come out. Till next time, shalom.